So that speaks something else.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just asking this question because if Central Delhi is largely pocketed by the central government employees.
So then
I'm asking a question myself. I don't have
a different vote share has shifted to Bharatiya Janata Party. If you're saying that the vote share in the outer areas like Narela, if they have shifted, it means a different vote share has shifted to Bharatiya Janata Party.
No, that's why I'm saying the whole argument we make that lower middle class is by and large with Aam Aadmi Party. The middle classes have been wooed by BJP, also adding to what they've said in their budget announcements and so on and so forth.
But there's an ecological fallacy, no?
I'm asking you. I am not saying I've come to a conclusion.
None of us are coming to conclusion.
I'm only struggling to understand where is this phenomenon coming from.
So you're saying that Central Delhi, which has largely government employees, etc., have voted.
Gold Market area and all that, Sarojini Nagar, Gold Market, Kidwai Nagars, all that are inhabited by central government employees.
So you're saying they voted for?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Because we don't know we don't know within those constituencies which section is voting. There are poorer people in those areas as well. But largely
the sway is towards AAP there in those areas of Central Delhi.
Yeah. Okay. And interestingly, South Delhi, which is again, if we use the same logic, the richer people live in South Delhi. That's precisely where AAP is winning. But we cannot make that inference because we don't know who is voting. The poorer are voting or the
richer areas. So you also have unauthorized pockets. You have Jhuggi Jhopdi settlement. So our rich areas in Delhi are not homogeneous. And even the poor areas are not homogeneous. You go to Patparganj, you have got regular colonies, and then you have got unauthorized settlements.
Unless we do a survey of each constituency,
unless and until you have that micro survey, you will not be able to understand.
But voter turnout at 58%.
61. Dated figures were 61.
I'm joined by Smith Singh, spokesperson Congress Party, Rajiv Babbar, spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party, continues to be with us, Valmiki Nayak, spokesperson Aam Aadmi Party. Smith Singh, you have just joined. I mean to say the performance remains poor for the Congress Party. Even the vote uptake is not much, if I'm not wrong, 4.5% to 6.7%.
See, we are very well able to see that BJP is going to form this government, so congratulations to them. But as we look at it, the Delhi has been having a double engine government. It's the real double engine government in India. Police has been with the central government. That has failed. The crime rate has risen. And when we come to the developments, we see Yamuna, we see drains, we see sewerage, we see air quality, we see waste management, thousands of tons of untreated waste every day. So seeing all that, we are realizing that actually the double engine government was functioning here. And now Kejriwal's agenda, which is such a powerful propaganda against the Congress, the corruption propaganda from 2013, nobody of those 16 faces that Kejriwal used to be putting up in his office while doing his press conference has been accused of corruption. Charges were dropped, people were let off. So that means that fake propaganda is failing. Aam Aadmi Party is being seen as a party of corruption now after the liquor scam, and people have chosen the BJP. We are looking at the mandate, seeing people have chosen this. We respect that mandate, and it is a responsibility upon us. How do we take this truth to the people ahead? So for us is more or less the same government. BJP was actually ruling Delhi with the Aam Aadmi Party. We had a feeling of for all these 10-12 years.
Smith, you have already congratulated. You have already congratulated Bharatiya Janata Party. Mr. Babbar, you have just got a congratulations from BJP. It's from the Congress Party. Mr. Babbar.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I want to add one thing. See, I thank you so much for this. But I want to add this thing that the way Kejriwal ji took Delhi's Janta for a toss by telling them lies, by doing wrong promises, by misguiding everyone, by giving wrong picture, I think voter is very smart. I will actually congratulate Delhi's voter on BJP win, not BJP, because Delhi voter understood our point of view that we want development, we want to give you social schemes, but we don't want to compromise on development. Pradhan Mantri Modi ji's appeal that this time please give support to me and give Delhi to me. I will do so much for you. I think that has worked out well and people understood it. One side it is a Modi's guarantee which has a track record of Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, And other side is Arvind Kejriwal, who said 3 years back to Punjab women that we will give you 1,000 rupees, and they have not given. I think Delhi Janta has actually evaluated both in a very, very good manner, and this mandate is a positive mandate for a development loving government. A vote for Modi ji in Delhi. I think it's great time for Bharatiya Janata Party, and I congratulate the voters of Delhi.
Okay. Mr. Nayak, now the numbers are stabilizing. It's very clear, 41-29. I don't think they are changing in their...
Yeah, 42-28. That's the number.
Yeah, that's the fluctuation.
Now,
41-29, 42-28.
Yeah.
So it's fluctuating between 42-41, 28-29.
So
no, it has been fluctuating since the morning, and as you see, it has been fluctuating quite widely. And at one point, it was 36, 34 for BJP. Now it's, as you're saying, 42-28. But your own, news is flashing that out of about 12 seats are such where the lead is less than 3,000, and in constituencies where voting happens more than 1 lakh. 3,000 vote is nothing. And as I said, again, we have to really remind ourselves that, I think only about half of the rounds have been counted. So that's 50% of the votes yet to be counted. So 3,000 lead is negligible. Overall, I think, as I also said, the pockets in which we are confident that we will do well are yet to be counted. So that is another reason that we're insisting that, the whole picture is going to change. And as I said, with only 50% of votes being counted, it's only half the picture we are looking at.
86 votes merely by which Arvind Kejriwal is leading in New Delhi constituency. That's very disappointing for an AAP convener, the man who's really held the party and fought for 10 years.
No, I agree. But like I said, the BJP, even though they know that they are not likely to form the government in this election, they focused on a few constituencies where they could at least get a little bit of a moral, victory. And those constituencies, of course, includes our convener and the top face of our party, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, besides Mr. Manish Sisodia and, the current Chief Minister of Delhi, Atishi. So definitely they poured their heart out in these 3-4 constituencies. So those results are showing in some booths. As I said, only some of the booths in which we already knew that they were going to perform a little better than last time have been counted. The booths that are yet to be counted, we are very confident of our performance, and the entire picture.
Numbers are showing your sitting Chief Minister, Delhi's sitting Chief
Minister is trailing. Arvind Kejriwal is not trailing by much. You are right, absolutely. The top leadership is having a problem.
2,400 votes Atishi is trailing by. In the 7th round, let's remember 7 rounds are complete.
Yes, 7 out of a possible 15 rounds. So, which is what again I'm trying to stress, that 50% of the votes are yet to be counted, and where the voting has happened to 1 lakh votes in each constituency, a margin of 2,500-3,000 votes is nothing. And more importantly, the booths that are yet to be counted, we geographically know which booths are being counted in each constituency, because the EVMs are opened by serial number. So we know that the serial numbers of the booths that are yet to be counted, we are confident of doing well. So, like I said, the picture will change in the next 1 hour or so.
Picture abhi baki hai, but Suresh has a question for you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to check. You see, during the campaign, Aam Aadmi Party leaders had accused the Congress of being the B team of BJP. So, after seeing the trends, do you hold on to that view?
In fact, it only confirms that view, because everything that the Congress party has done in this election has been to help the BJP. There was absolutely no reason for the top leaders of Congress to come to Delhi during this election and make completely ludicrous accusations, including on the liquor scam case, which has been, completely overturned by the Supreme Court verdict. where Arvind Kejriwal ji and all the other top leaders not just got bail, but the Supreme Court admonished the agencies for behaving the way they did. Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Sonia Gandhi and all the top leaders sat on a stage during Lok Sabha election in support of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal and against his unfair arrest in this fake case. And now he comes for assembly election and repeats the same allegation. So this is very opportunistic. It is very selfish, and they have basically backstabbed the India alliance. Because all the rest of the parties of the alliance, including the TMC, the Samajwadi Party, and Shiv Sena, and all the other parties, they have openly supported Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. Arvind.
You're saying picture abhi baki hai. We have got a couple of bites. Ground report. Our colleague Sakshi is at the BJP headquarters. She has spoken to one of the Vishnu Mittal.
Let's hear it. What he has to say.
Joining us for the conversation here on News 9 is Vishnu Mittal. Let's get a bit of clarity about that ACB issue that popped up yesterday right ahead of the D-Day here in the national capital. Vishnu ji, ACB वाला जो मुद्दा आया है कल ही चर्चा में, आज काउंटिंग है और कल वो बात उठी है, क्या कहना चाहते हैं उस बारे में?
देखिए, अब आप रुझानों से साफ देख रहे हैं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बन रही है। कल उनके विधायक बने भी नहीं थे, उससे पहले वो आरोप लगा रहे हैं कि हम खरीदने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। जब एग्जिट पोल के नतीजे साफ दिखा रहे हैं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की 45 से ज़्यादा सीटें आ रही हैं, वही आप सामने भी दे रहे हैं, तो ये आम आदमी पार्टी लगातार दिल्ली की जनता का ध्यान भटकाने का कोशिश करती है और इस तरीके की स्टेटमेंट देती है। तो कल हमने एसीबी को बोला कि इनके ऊपर कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। खाली माफ़ी मांगने से, स्टेटमेंट वापस लेने से काम नहीं चलेगा, इनके ऊपर कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए कि ये लगातार झूठ बोलते हैं।
लेकिन उनके कार्यकर्ताओं का, उनके पार्टी लीडर्स का ये कहना है कि हम खुद ही एसीबी के ऑफिस जाके उनको ही सारे तथ्य पेश करेंगे सामने से।
हाँ, तो गए हैं ना शाम को। कहाँ केजरीवाल मिले? जब केजरीवाल से मिलने एसीबी गई तो कहाँ मिले हो? कोई मिला ही नहीं। तो अगर उनके पास कोई प्रूफ था तो देते हो। तो ये झूठ जो बार बार बोलने का काम करते हैं दिल्ली की जनता से भी और इस तरीके के आरोप लगाते हैं, दिल्ली की जनता ने आज जवाब दे दिया है।
ऑपोजिशन जो है वो इलेक्शन कमीशन और बीजेपी के बारे में काफी बातें कर रहा है, ईवीएम के बारे में भी काफी बातें कर रहा है, तो आप उनको क्या जवाब देना चाहेंगे?
जब हारते हैं तो ईवीएम, पिछली बार जब जीत रहे थे तब ईवीएम नहीं थी। तो ये तो इनका पुराना है, जब भी उनको डर लगता है कि हार रहे हैं तो ईवीएम का सवाल आ जाता है। लेकिन जनता ने साफ मैंडेट दिया है, भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ वोट किया है पूरी तरीके से।
आप जो है वो झुग्गी बस्तियों के लिए प्रमुख भी हैं, तो फिर आप हमें उस बारे में बताइए कि कैसे वो जो है एक तरीके से बदलाव लेके आ रहा है आपकी पार्टी के लिए।
देखिए, झुग्गी के 60% से ज़्यादा लोगों ने भाजपा को वोट दिया है। 11 साल आम आदमी पार्टी को देखा झुग्गी के लोगों ने, और पीने का पानी झुग्गी के लोग बोतल खरीद के पी रहे हैं। नालियाँ सीवर जाम पड़ी हैं, डूसिप के शौचालय में 100 लोगों को सुबह लाइन में लगना पड़ता है। तो कब तक सहेंगे? वही किया, अब नहीं सहेंगे, बदल के रहेंगे। झुग्गी के लोगों ने वही किया।
तो झुग्गी के लोगों के लिए आप आगे क्या करेंगे अगर जो ये अर्ली रुझान है ये फाइनल ट्रेंड्स में कन्वर्ट होते हैं, तो फिर उनके लिए आपका क्या प्लान है?
देखिए, जिस तरीके से मोदी जी ने, आपने देखा होगा कालकाजी में, वजीरपुर में इतने शानदार फ्लैट झुग्गी के लोगों को बना के दिए हैं। सबसे पहले तो जो अभी व्यवस्था वहाँ पे खराब चल रही है, नालियाँ, सीवर, डूसिप के शौचालय, इनको हम ठीक करेंगे और आगे जैसे जैसे सरकार आगे बढ़ेगी उनके लिए कोई योजना बना के लाएंगे हम।
We have Sudhanshu Trivedi with us at News 9 at this given point. Sir, we see quite promising numbers, not just promising numbers at this point, it looks like a sweeping victory for the BJP as had been predicted by the exit polls.
Right now, the trends which are coming, I think the trends are in a positive and hopeful direction, but we are quite hopeful that when it will finally converge into the final results, it will be much more decisive in favor of Bharatiya Janata Party.
And at this given point, what's the magic number you're looking at for BJP? Also, the chief ministerial face has been a big question for this party.
What I am trying to say that this is going to be a decisive victory, and what trends are indicating that the people of Delhi has come in favor of developmental politics, not the experimental politics which Aam Aadmi Party was showing. Another thing that the poor and backward classes of Delhi has posed their faith in Modi ki guarantee, and the middle class has now decided to go along with the Modi ji's vision of Viksit Bharat, so that the national capital territory of government should be in tune with what India aspires to become in 2047.
And allegations, counter allegations that we already see from the Aam Aadmi Party or even from the Congress every election. We've heard of the EVM allegations. This time as well, we had seen disruptions during the polling.
They are the habitual, you can say, person who is making allegation. Several times they have put to tender an unconditional apology in front of the court. So I think their allegation should not be taken seriously.
Any speculations on CM face, sir? So far?
No, I think let the final result come and party's Central Parliamentary Board will decide. But one thing be very sure that the new CM will work from day and night to restore the lost glory of Delhi.
मैं पहले से बताते हैं कि चुनाव लड़ते समय उम्मीदवार का आचार शुद्ध होना, विचार शुद्ध होना, जीवन निष्कलंक होना, जीवन में त्याग होना और अपमान करने की शक्ति होना, ये गुण अगर उम्मीदवार में है तो मतदारों को विश्वास आता है ये हमारे लिए कुछ करने वाला है। मैं बार बार बताते गया लेकिन उनके दिमाग में नहीं आया और आखिर शराब के बारे में उन्होंने एक मुद्दा उठाया कि शराब की दुकान, उसमें शराब की बात क्यों आ गई? पैसा, धन और दौलत इसमें बह गया है। इस शराब के कारण वो बदनाम हो गया है। इसके कारण लोगों को भी एक मौका मिला कि ये चारित्र के बारे में बोलता है और दूसरे बारे में शराब की बात बता। मैं पहले से बता रहे हैं, आचार को शुद्ध रखो, विचार को शुद्ध रखो। वो उनके दिमाग में नहीं रहा और इसके कारण आज वो इलेक्शन में हार गए, कम वोटिंग हुई।
और लोगों का विश्वास राजनीतिक लोगों पर ना रहे तो महादेव की कृपा रही। दिल से धन्यवाद कि आप लोगों को आजादी मिली नर्क की जिंदगी से। दिल्ली वालों, प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी की डबल इंजन की सरकार, अब वो सारी चीजें, कैपिटल कैसे होना चाहिए, एक राजधानी कैसे होनी चाहिए, वो आप लोगों को जरूर ये सरकार बनाएगी। क्योंकि मोदी जी की कथनी करने में अंतर नहीं है। 27 साल का वनवास आप लोग काटे हैं, उसके लिए मैं आप सभी लोगों को, जो रुझान अभी तक 42 सीटों का 43 सीटों का है, उस पर मैं आप लोगों को धन्यवाद देता हूं। और ये रुझान 50 सीटों तक भी जाएगा, मुझे पता है। लेकिन अभी से एडवांस में समस्त दिल्ली वालों को एक अच्छी जिंदगी, एक अच्छी हवा, अच्छे पानी के लिए, अच्छे भविष्य के लिए, अच्छी राजधानी के लिए अभी से मैं बधाई देना चाहता हूं।
हाँ, इस समय तो दिख रहा है, इस समय तो यही लग रहा है कि इनकी सरकार बनेगी। बाकी देखो, बट 6वां-7वां राउंड हो गया। 6-7 राउंड के बाद नॉर्मली पिक्चर ठीक रहती है, क्योंकि जो लीड्स है वो बहुत कम नहीं है। कुछ जगहों पे है, कहीं 200, 300, 500 की लीड है, लेकिन ज्यादातर तो मैंने देखा है कि 2-4 हजार से लेकर 10-15 हजार के बीच की लीड्स हैं। ये लीड्स मुश्किल है पूरी करनी। देखो था, लेकिन अगर लोगों में शायद भरोसा नहीं बना हो कि हम लोग सरकार दे पाएंगे तो ठीक है, जो जनता का निर्णय है वो निर्णय है। हम लोग इतना कह सकते हैं कि हमने मुद्दे उठाए और जो मुद्दे हमने उठाए उस पर काफी हद तक चुनाव बना। बाकी जो जनता कहे उसको स्वीकार है।
Well, the early trends are out and seems like the Bharatiya Janata Party is getting an edge here in the national capital. Right now, I'm coming to you from the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters here in the national capital. I'll give you a quick glimpse of how the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters looks like right now. Well, quite somber at this point. No celebrations being seen here at the AAP headquarters. Though, if you look at the senior leaders and if you talk to the senior leaders, they still say these are the early trends, what they're looking at, and the Aam Aadmi Party will be making a comeback soon once the results are more clear. In fact, I can tell you that none of the leaders have arrived here at the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters. No senior leadership over here. In fact, we see some of the leaders, but they're inside right now. In fact, not much of a beeline have been made over here by the AAP workers as well. Well, the clock is ticking and probably in some time from now we'll get to know the results better. But at this given juncture, it seems that the Bharatiya Janata Party has a clear edge in the national capital, and the numbers for the Aam Aadmi Party are hovering somewhere around the 29 and 28 mark at this given juncture when we are recording this report for our viewers. But the Aam Aadmi Party is quite optimistic that they are going to be forming the government, but it seems that the exit poll numbers somewhat are coming into play in the national capital.
This was our correspondent Yash Goyal from Aam Aadmi Party's headquarters. I am joined by Neoma Gupta, spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party. Welcome Neoma on our special broadcast. I think numbers are settling in 42, 28, 42 BJP, 0 Congress and 28 Aam Aadmi Party.
Yeah.
Your comments. Neoma.
So as you had seen, the exit polls had shown the direction in which we are heading, and this is pretty much going to unfold into a reality. And it's, for me, this election is a clear-cut mandate of the frustration of people of Delhi because of the lack of amenities, facilities, infrastructure that the Delhiites have been bearing with, and the constant lies and deceits which the Aam Aadmi Party have projected. If you just compare the campaigns, I won't even go further back, I'll go to a recent development of the campaigns. The Aam Aadmi Party ran a very negative campaign, It was a constant blame game, speculations, assumptions of wrongful accusations which never proved right. While BJP has been a constant watchdog on the Aam Aadmi Party as a very, very, very professional opposition. We've called out their Sheesh Mahal, the Liquorgate scam, even when there was infighting in the Punjab for the Rajya Sabha membership, and most importantly, bad air, bad water, bad roads, a sewage dump in every nook and corner of Delhi. Basically, being a Delhiite, a thorough Delhiite, staying in the capital of the most vibrant democracy, I felt embarrassed. And today, BJP is coming into power with the promise that they're going to correct all this and make Delhi the best capital city of the world. So this election is an echo chamber of frustration of the people of Delhi.
We were looking at your tweet as BJP has already called this election, saying Delhi mein aa rahi hai Bhajpa. A nice image there of the India Gate with the lotus blooming. You all have called the elections, sure
Yes.
of the numbers?
See, the direction is all coming through, the trends you've gone through. People in Delhi are very informed, emotional and sensible voters, and I think they were done with this type of government. Anti-incumbency is just one part of it, but non-delivery, and also please notice the way Aam Aadmi Party projects itself. It's a constant outcry of blaming others for your own failures. Have they ever retrospected or introspective? I don't even think they're well worthy to know those terminologies. And today, when you see in their campaign, they were coming out with so much of confidence that we've done a fabulous thing with their education. There are so many children who fail in 9th and they're not even taken back into school because Aam Aadmi Party doesn't want to spoil their track record. Just because those kids are not the voting bank, you can play havoc into their future. So that's the type of governments it is. When it came to Yamuna, it's being contaminated over a period of time. Why did you not take onus of it when you put it in your manifesto कि मैं 5 साल में यमुना को इतना साफ करूँगा कि मैं उसमें डुबकी लगाऊँगा? Then at the nth moment you come and you blame Haryana for genocide. People don't want negativity like this. I reiterate this. Lies, deceit, negativity is not a part of an Indian sentiment, and this has been voted out today.
Okay, I think Smith Singh wants to come in. I'm giving the floor to you. And secondly, there's a breaking news. Prime Minister is going to be at the BJP headquarters at 7:45. 7:45. So I think the Prime Minister is going to speak around 8 p.m. tonight. I think the itinerary is almost out. The Prime Minister is going to be there by 7:45 p.m. Smith Singh.
See, Delhi has said no to 12 years of Aam Aadmi Party's lies. So when the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson was talking, I was feeling like laughing because the truth is, he's again blatantly lying on this television. Aam Aadmi Party accused certain Congress leaders of corruption in 2013. None of it was proved. Supreme Court has finished those cases. All of them are free to go. And that is the lie Aam Aadmi Party built its whole anti-corruption propaganda on. What are his comments on that? Aam Aadmi Party has gone to Haryana, to Goa, to Maharashtra to help the BJP.
Very interestingly, I see the Congress is only hammering the AAP. You don't see BJP as competition here, or what's the deal?
See, I think Congress sees BJP as a direct competition. Congress sees BJP as the party which has been behind the back running Delhi from all these years. It has been RSS Carter who are voting locally for the Aam Aadmi Party but nationally for the BJP in Delhi. So Congress definitely sees BJP's hands in it. Congress sees when Delhi riots happened, nothing was done by AAP. BJP did all that. So Congress sees that people has given a mandate to BJP, and BJP's propaganda, BJP's anti-people politics, this is what we're going to fight for against in next 5 years in Delhi. So we are very clear on that agenda. But what has happened, one major propaganda has finished, and that is what is happening today. So Aam Aadmi Party gone behind the back of India Alliance in every state and stabbed the Congress. Aam Aadmi Party has lied about corruption charges. When then Aam Aadmi Party did liquor scam.
Why has this revelation come? Why has this revelation come now? This revelation could have come in 2024 Lok Sabha elections. But
coming to the Lok Sabha elections, we were fighting the anti-constitution agenda of the BJP in the Lok Sabha elections. People of India was fearing, BJP MPs are saying that they're going to change the constitution. In Delhi, yes, the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party were together against that agenda. But in the local level in Punjab, we were still not with them. Punjab, we fought separately. And Punjab also, Congress won 7 seats, Aam Aadmi got 3 seats. So the whole Aam Aadmi Party is this anti-corruption politics lies is coming out to people. Its propaganda is coming out to people. And people in Punjab and Delhi are both moving against the Aam Aadmi Party. So that is what is becoming very clear. Our main focus is the BJP because we believe in protecting the constitution, we believe in protecting people's rights and social justice, and that fight is going to continue. But the lies of Aam Aadmi Party were actually helping BJP everywhere. In every state, Aam Aadmi Party used to go and fight and help BJP win there. So that politics of lies and propaganda is finishing, and that is what I think every person in Delhi should be happy about, and India should be happy about, that no more lies and propaganda politics in Delhi. Right. That is very important that has happened today.
Right. KV Prasad has a question for you. Our senior journalist in our studio, KV Prasad.
Yeah, I was intrigued by the statement. We all knew that India Alliance, as you said, was fighting the anti-constitutional, quote-unquote, stand of the BJP, right? Now, in Delhi elections, you suddenly see all your India Allies are lining up, starting with the Aam Aadmi Party. So you mean to say they have broken away from your stand and you are the only one holding the flag flying?
I think Congress party is very clear that the 2024 elections was an election to protect India's constitution. It was to protect our preamble, our basic rights. We had an understanding with the Aam Aadmi Party, and Aam Aadmi Party had understanding. We were supporting them when injustice was happening to them. That is what Congress stands for. Supporting everyone who injustice happens to, and that is what Congress was doing. When it comes to Delhi, Congress was very clear. What has happened to Yamuna, what has happened to drains, sewerage, air quality, what has happened to garbage in Delhi, what is happening, the lies on healthcare and education, and what has happened to corruption. Aam Aadmi Party has done the biggest scam ever, and it is blatantly lying. So Congress is standing up against all that. That is all the Congress is doing. And Congress is in the national politics, we are standing for what we are standing for. We are very clear with the vision, but it is necessity in Delhi to speak against all this corruption, all this misgovernance by the Aam Aadmi Party, the blatant lies of the Aam Aadmi Party, and that's exactly what Congress has done.
From what we hear, Prime Minister Modi to be coming to the BJP headquarters, it's likely this evening, could be any time from 5 p.m.
It's changed, it's not 7:45, it's not 7:45, it's 5 p.m. Maybe it's because of the winters.
Right, so
I think we have to wait for some time before we can to a final conclusion, because what happens is that once the final results are out, then the BJP does a proper recce, then the security comes in. I think it will be somewhere in the range of 6 only.
I think it's also because of the winters, they don't want to do it at 9 p.m. tonight.
But Karthikeya, the very fact
gone,
that's not going to be the reason.
I think it's going to be a long winter for Aam Aadmi Party.
Yes. But the very fact that the Prime Minister has announced this itinerary clearly shows that the BJP is convinced that they are in the seat.
Right.
I think they are convinced that there is not going to be a Bihar sort of a situation
Yes.
whereby election completely changed and Mahagathbandhan came to power. And I think it happened after 1:30 when everyone had got up and they were having their lunch and suddenly numbers started to change. But that was way back in 2015. So 10 years have passed. So I don't know whether Bihar will ever happen again like
Karthikeya,
that.
at 11:46, we're looking at the numbers where the BJP, if we could flash
These
that on
numbers
our
are stable.
screens, yeah, stable now.
These numbers are still
not
40-28.
It's
40 to
not
28,
shaking.
but there are several seats, Nabila, which are in the
Okay,
range of
let's give
3,000.
another 5
10
to up.
seats. 10 seats are there, 10 to 15 seats are there where numbers are 3,000 to 4,000, and we all know how it changes. So yeah, BJP is a decisive edge. Nobody's questioning that.
Yeah,
But
45 and 25.
45.
So even if the AAP gets another 5 in the next hour,
Yeah, it
which
looks
will be the
right
final
now
nail.
Yeah, in favor of Aam Aadmi Party only, but
In
I
favor
think-
of BJP.
BJP,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
BJP.
But I have a question for you, Brijesh. What's the undercurrent here? Is it a real sweep as we're speaking? Initial trends has shown a sweep, exit polls has shown a sweep, but going by the vote percentage here, can we have the vote percentage, please? We were just tracking that 43% Aam Aadmi Party as vote percentage. BJP is at 48. Can we have, yeah, BJP 47, Aam Aadmi Party 43. Is this a sweep? Can we call this a BJP
Yeah, I mean,
sweep?
there's a reasonable jump. There's almost a 10%, 9.5% jump from the last this thing of Bharatiya Janata Party. So it's a big jump, vote share wise. But had it been a tsunami like 52% as was showing at 9:30, I think the election would have been called much before that. I think by 10:30, 11,
this is
then
not a tsunami.
No, but I would
It's
qualify
a-
it by
it's a-
saying that the fact is that yes, for a party which won 8 seats and a party which is now sitting pretty at 45, it's a number wise, it's a 550% jump, which is huge, and we don't know which way it's going to settle.
I think
it's not that the less number of seats is always going to settle in favor of AAP and not in BJP.
Correct.
So it can shift in favor of the BJP, and 50 seats the BJP gets. I think there'll be a phenomenal
I think it's a
performance by any
substantial
yardstick.
jump for the Bharatiya Janata Party because jump is in double digit, more than 10%. It is a slide for Aam Aadmi Party because the slide is in single digit. I think they have slid by 8 to 9% vote. But the jump of Bharatiya Janata Party is bigger than the slide. That's one. And secondly, if you see again, both of them are in 40s, but in long run, it really doesn't make a difference. I personally feel yes, the victories can be crushing the way it has happened in Maharashtra, or the way Yogi Adityanath or the BJP swept to power in 2017 in UP with 300 plus seats was a crushing victory. I don't know whether we'll call it a crushing defeat or not, but it has got great ramifications for Aam Aadmi Party in terms of their sitting chief minister trailing, even Kejriwal leading by some 300-400 votes. I think it's a telling verdict. It's a strong verdict, greater ramification for people, 45-25. And then we have to also accommodate the fact that the BJP is making a comeback after 27 years. 27 years BJP have been out of power after Sushma Swaraj demitted office. Isn't that Neoma? Isn't that?
Sorry, Karthikeya, could you come back with the last 2 lines? Because
I'm
it's really
saying that,
glitching.
I mean to say, it doesn't make a difference how you win. If you win the election, you have the state. And you are coming back after 27 years.
The BJP need not be told that. I'm sorry that the BJP knows very well how to win even after a loss.
I'll tell you something.
So,
go ahead, Neema.
But I'll just come in here. In Delhi, BJP has been a brilliant opposition party in the last decade. We did not, we did not budge an inch or give up at any juncture. We did not get demotivated. We kept going to the people and exposing the AAP failures as well as presenting an alternate version of an overall governance. Okay, while Congress over here, which is, I don't have an adjective for them, to be honest. They were the ones who initiated the Liquorgate complaint, and then they were completely silent. And then when all the misgovernance and misendeavors of AAP were happening, they were so quiet. In fact, their silence was deafening. And then today, when they come and abuse each other on all these channels, like it's such a sad breakup. One sees through that, right? A Delhiite will see through that. That listen, they were just together in order to fight BJP. Was there any ideological symbolism between them? No. Was there any progress for them? No. They were saying we are fighting against because BJP is going against the Constitution of India. I mean, how inane is that? This is one political party who has been there for the people and is running the most vibrant democracy. I mean, the abrogation of Article 370 is testament to that. So today when I hear the Congress spokespeople coming on these different channels and saying, oh, you know, they didn't clean the Yamuna and they didn't do anything about the pollution. What were you doing all this while? You were shaking hands with them, right? So this flip-flop stand doesn't sustain for either AAP or Congress party. So today, I hope we win, because I'm not going to be overconfident ever in life, but I'm seeing the direction go in the positive flow. But when it comes to these guys, they made a mess of Delhi, they made a mess of politics. I mean, using words like genocide from one state to another, using divisive politics, making people think on such micro level inane concepts is not something a Delhiite will receive, and this is showing today in the voters.
Clearly here, as the BJP has seen some record-breaking numbers in over 2 decades in Delhi, they seem quite exuberant. Nalin Kohli of the BJP joining us.
And Anil Anthony.
Hi, Mr. Kohli, Nabila here. Your take on BJP's winning margins here. 44 at the moment in the latest numbers.
You know, these are the interviews our correspondent have
all
done.
Right, okay,
Nabila.
all right. He's spoken to my colleague there on the ground. Let's hear it.
We have Anil Anthony with us at this given point from the BJP office. Mr. Anthony, you know, looking at some of the opposition trends and the kind of allegations that they've had with regards to EVMs and all other disruptions that they have, you know, spoken about every time in the last couple of assembly elections that they have not been successful in. What do you have to say today? Are we looking at such a trend from them yet again, such allegations from them yet again?
There's a historic mandate for the Bharatiya Janata Party. For the first time in 27 years, our party is going to come back in Delhi also. And even when compared to our last mandate, this is an even bigger mandate. One common trend that we have seen after the Lok Sabha election, where that itself was a historic win for us, where just for the second time in India's history, Prime Minister came back for the third time. But after that, whether it was Maharashtra, whether it's Haryana and now Delhi, everywhere what we are seeing is people giving a very good, clear stamp of confidence for our Prime Minister's leadership and the people's desire to have a double-engine government, so that a lot of policies in the last 10 years, almost 300 plus policies and schemes have been specially created by a Prime Minister for our people, for empowerment, for development progress. And people are saying that they would desire double-engine governments in the states also that can implement it well on the ground. It is disappointing to again see the opposition cry about EVMs, etc., but occasionally even they do win elections. We have seen in 1-2 states in the last 2-3 years. But then EVM is not an issue. So these are all you know, when people are giving a decisive mandate for the Bharatiya Janata Party, they don't have a counter for it. Lok Sabha election as well, there was a very opportunistic alliance that came in the name of this India Alliance members. Ironically, both the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress were members of this India Alliance. But 6 months later, now they are standing separately, because that alliance only was created without a common vision, a common direction, common leadership. Nothing was there. It was just meant for one purpose, and that was an attempt to beat the Bharatiya Janata Party without any issues they stood for. So people have comprehensively rejected them during the Lok Sabha elections, and now in Delhi also people lately they are trying to again defeat the Bharatiya Janata Party, but people are given a very clear sign of confidence that they engine government here.
And what are we expecting in terms of the chief ministerial phase? The BJP hasn't given any hints so far with regards to who is it going to be.
See, one thing that is a guarantee is that it will be a very stable 5-year government where we will see a BJP chief minister, and it will be good governance, a double engine good governance you will be seeing there. Rest of them will be decided by leadership.
Well, we have Mr. Nalin Kohli with us here at the BJP office, and Mr. Kohli, the numbers not only seem promising, but it seems like a sweeping victory for BJP. People expecting change, and that seems to have played out for deciding the fate of Delhi today.
Well, many reasons for that. The Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. Kejriwal in particular came on very tall promises in 2013. India against corruption. We will not allow corruption to take place. I will not take accommodation to stay in. I will not use a government car. Delhi will be world class. I will remove the pollution of Delhi. I will solve the Yamuna's pollution. Health will be world class. And look where we are. I will not take a house. I will live in a sheesh mahal. I will not do corruption, and you have a liquor scam. Many of them went to jail, couldn't get bail for a long time. The Yamuna will be clean. It's more polluted. I will not allow Delhi's pollution. I will solve the problem of pollution. Why is Punjab not doing something? Today Punjab is their government. So it's been a complete 10 years of fake promises, of bluster, no performance, lies. People of Delhi want to see the national capital to be world class. They can see what Prime Minister Modi's government is doing at the center in terms of, working to an agenda in a mission mode that India should be a developed country by 2047. It cannot be with this kind of a governance model in Delhi. BJP states are doing that. What the Prime Minister says, he implements. What the BJP states say, they implement. Except Mr. Kejriwal, who only has someone else to blame, find an excuse and make tall promises with no commitment to implement. So I think the people of Delhi have rejected him.
Just one last question with regards to the number we are looking at, the final number for BJP and the chief ministerial face.
The chief ministerial face is not an issue because we are Karyakartas first. Our Prime Minister also, when he came in 2014, said, I'm a Pradhan Sevak. He sees himself as the first Karyakarta of the party. When the party requests him, please campaign, he campaigns. So do they, all ministers, Home Minister, other ministers, everybody looks at themselves as a Karyakarta. So whoever is given a responsibility, it's a responsibility to serve. It's not a reward in the BJP.
There's still no name that's been
We
suggested.
don't need to look at that because ultimately we have a mechanism that looks at it, the Prime Minister, senior ministers, the party president, all of them.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kohli. Well, that was Nalan Kohli speaking to us at News 9 with Priya Kundu.
सर जो रुझान आए हैं अभी तक जो अर्ली ट्रेंड्स दिखा रहे हैं उसके बारे में आपका क्या कहना है? आपको लगता है कि फाइनल रिजल्ट भी यही होने
हमें ये शुरू से ही लगता था जब हम चुनाव कैंपेन में गए थे, जिसके कारण से हमारे मन में कोई संशय नहीं है। आम आदमी पार्टी का बैड गवर्नेंस और करप्शन के कारण से और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की क्रेडिबिलिटी के कारण से, हमारे शीर्ष नेतृत्व की क्रेडिबिलिटी के कारण से, मोदी जी की गुड गवर्नेंस के कारण से इस बार दिल्ली की जनता भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मौका देने जा रही है।
सर आम आदमी पार्टी जो है और कांग्रेस पार्टी भी है, ईवीएम पे तरह तरह के सवाल उन्होंने उठाए, इलेक्शन कमीशन पे भी काफी सारे सवाल हुए, पूरे इलेक्टोरल प्रोसेस के ऊपर उन्होंने सवाल उठाए। इस बारे पे आपका क्या कहना है?
जब वो पंजाब में जीत रहे थे तब ऐसे सवाल नहीं उठाते थे वो लोग, क्योंकि अब उन्हें पता है कि वो हार रहे हैं। इस कारण से अभी तो वो ईवीएम के बारे में भी रोना शुरू करेंगे, प्रलाप शुरू करेंगे। अभी देखिए आगे आगे।
सर 27 साल के बाद अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी सरकार अपनी यहाँ पे बनाती है तो आपको क्या लगता है क्या कारणवश?
मुख्य कारण भारतीय जनता पार्टी की क्रेडिबिलिटी, अन्य राज्यों में विकास के काम, पूरे देश में विकास के काम, पूरे देश में 140 करोड़ जन का मोदी जी ने जो ध्यान रखा है, ये क्रेडिबिलिटी जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की बनी है, ये बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा है। और नॉन गवर्नेंस, बैड गवर्नेंस और करप्शन आम आदमी पार्टी का ये भी बड़ा मुद्दा रहा है।
और सर आखिरी सवाल, अगर हम चेहरे के बारे में बात करें तो चीफ मिनिस्टर के चेहरे पे किसको देखना चाहें?
कमल का फूल चीफ मिनिस्टर का चेहरा है।
That was BJP MP Harsh Malhotra speaking to News 9 exclusively. Again, not commenting about who is going to be the front runner. That depends upon the high command once BJP comes to the power. If the early trends converted into the final results, he also said that this is because of the corruption and bad governance of the Aam Aadmi Party that the people of Delhi are now going to select the BJP to form the government in the next tenure for the upcoming 5 years.
3000 की वोट की बढ़त है, मैं उससे वैसे सेटिस्फाई नहीं हूँ। जिस प्रकार का बुरा हाल कालका जी का था, सड़कों का बुरा हाल, पानी पीने का था नहीं, गंदे पानी की निकासी की व्यवस्था नहीं, 5 साल में कुछ काम आम आदमी पार्टी ने किया नहीं, उसके बावजूद भी 3000 की जो बढ़त है, तो मैं उसको ये मानता नहीं कि अभी भी पूरी तरह से नकारा है। आने वाले जो और पोलिंग बूथ खुलेंगे उसमें लोगों का क्या रुझान रहता है, लेकिन दिल्ली के अंदर जो अव्यवस्था 10 साल में देखी है लोगों ने, पॉल्यूशन को लेकर, पीने के पानी की समस्या को लेकर, इन सब चीजों को देखते हुए तो सफाया आम आदमी पार्टी का होना चाहिए था। मैं नहीं मानता कि दिल्ली के लोगों ने उनको लाइक किया है, लेकिन फिर भी उसके बावजूद डायरेक्ट कॉन्टेस्ट में कांग्रेस मुझे लगता है बिल्कुल 1000 पे सिमट कर रह रही है। कांग्रेस आगे बढ़ नहीं रही है, कांग्रेस को बुरी तरह से नकार दिया। नफरत है कांग्रेस से लोगों को,
और लोगों का विश्वास राजनीतिक लोगों पर ना रहे तो महादेव की कृपा रही। दिल से धन्यवाद कि आप लोगों को आजादी मिली नर्क की जिंदगी से। दिल्ली वालों, प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी की डबल इंजन की सरकार, अब वो सारी चीजें, कैपिटल कैसे होना चाहिए, एक राजधानी कैसे होनी चाहिए, वो आप लोगों को जरूर ये सरकार बनाएगी, क्योंकि मोदी जी की कथनी करनी में अंतर नहीं है। 27 साल का वनवास आप लोग काटें, उसके लिए मैं आप सभी लोगों को, जो रुझान अभी तक 42 सीटों का 43 सीटों का है, उस पर मैं आप लोगों को धन्यवाद देता हूं। और ये रुझान 50 सीटों तक भी जाएगा, मुझे पता है। लेकिन अभी से एडवांस में समस्त दिल्ली वालों को एक अच्छी जिंदगी, एक अच्छी हवा, अच्छे पानी के लिए, अच्छे भविष्य के लिए, अच्छी राजधानी के लिए अभी से मैं बधाई देना चाहता हूं।
हाँ, इस समय तो दिख रहा है, इस समय तो यही लग रहा है कि इनकी सरकार बनेगी। बाकी देखो, बट छठा सातवां राउंड हो गया, 6-7 राउंड के बाद नॉर्मली पिक्चर ठीक रहती है, क्योंकि जो लीड्स है वो बहुत कम नहीं है। कुछ कुछ जगहों पे है, कहीं 200, 300, 500 की लीड है, लेकिन ज्यादातर तो मैंने देखा है कि 2-4 हजार से लेकर 10-15 हजार के बीच की लीड्स हैं। ये लीड्स मुश्किल है पूरी करनी। देखो था, लेकिन अगर लोगों में शायद भरोसा नहीं बना हो कि हम लोग सरकार दे पाएंगे, तो ठीक है, जो जनता का निर्णय है वो निर्णय है। हम लोग इतना कह सकते हैं कि हमने मुद्दे उठाए, और जो मुद्दे हमने उठाए उस पर काफी हद तक चुनाव बना। बाकी जो जनता कहे उसको स्वीकार है।
शुरुआती रुझान में बीजेपी बहुत आगे है, 40+ सीटों पे अपना रुझान में बढ़त है, और मुझे लगता है कि ये थोड़ा देर इंतजार करेंगे हम, इससे भी बेहतर टैली आके रुकेगी, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है। मगर अब आज तो बहुत ज़्यादा बोलने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। ये जरूर दिख रहा है कि दिल्ली की जनता ने मोदी जी की गारंटी को स्वीकार किया है, और यही फाइनल टैली होगी ऐसे ही, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है। देखिए, उसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है। दिल्ली का प्रत्येक तबका अब आम आदमी पार्टी से दूर हो गया है। रुझान में वो दिख रहा है, एग्जिट पोल में भी दिख रहा था, और मुझे लगता है कि आज रिजल्ट वैसा ही होगा कि आम आदमी पार्टी ने जिस प्रकार से अकर्मण्यता दिखाई, जैसे उन्होंने जनता को तकलीफ दिया, स्वयं भ्रष्टाचार किया, शीश महल की प्रवृत्ति रही, तो आज जनता उसका रिजल्ट दे रही है।
परिणाम की प्रतीक्षा करनी चाहिए, परंतु हमें पूर्ण विश्वास है कि जो रुझान दिख रहे हैं, अंतिम परिणाम इससे अधिक निर्णायक और प्रभावी रूप से भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पक्ष में होंगे। फैक्टर्स का विश्लेषण तो पूरे परिणाम आने के बाद किया जाएगा। विकास के पक्ष में मतदान किया है, और दिल्ली की गरीब जनता ने मोदी की गारंटी पर अपना यकीन दिखाया है, और जो मध्य वर्ग है उसके मन में विकसित भारत के संकल्प को लेकर जो मोदी जी का विजन है, आगे बढ़ने की लालसा है। और कहीं न कहीं अब यह दिखाई पड़ रहा है कि दिल्ली की जनता विवाद की सरकार नहीं चाहती है।
माननीय यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में आज देश में विकास का काफी बहुत डेवलपमेंट काम हो रहा है। इसी आधार पर जहां विकास होगा वहीं मोदी जी का नेतृत्व में तो सरकार आने वाला ही है। उड़ीसा में भी आ गया, और दिल्ली में जो देश का राजधानी है वहाँ क्यों नहीं होगा। लोग समझ चुके हैं कि निश्चित रूप से मोदी जी जहाँ है विकास वहीं ही है, और भाजपा का सरकार निश्चित रूप से धीरे धीरे देश भर हर राज्यों में जैसे फैला रहा है, दिल्ली निश्चित रूप से विकास कैसे आगे बढ़ेगा। दिल्ली में जैसे अभी परिस्थिति बहुत क्रिटिकल है, कोई क्लाइमेट में हो या कोई पोल्यूशन के बारे में हो या कोई पानी का, और डेवलपमेंट के भी जैसे दिल्ली होना चाहिए, विश्व का सबसे बहुत बड़ा राजधानी। इसी आधार पर जैसे विकास होने तक नहीं हुआ, इसलिए लोग आज परिवर्तन करने के लिए मन उनका हो गया। बस मोदी जी को लेते हुए विकास आगे बढ़ने के लिए आज जैसे लोग समर्थन दे रहे हैं, निश्चित रूप से भाजपा सरकार वहाँ आ रहा है, और दिल्ली बहुत आगे बढ़ेगा।
मैं पहले से बताता हूँ कि चुनाव लड़ते समय उम्मीदवार का आचार शुद्ध होना, विचार शुद्ध होना, जीवन निष्कलंक होना, जीवन में त्याग होना, और अपने अपमान करने की शक्ति होना, ये गुण अगर उम्मीदवार में है तो मतदारों को विश्वास आता है कि ये हमारे लिए कुछ करने वाला है। मैं बार बार बताते गया, लेकिन उनके दिमाग में नहीं आया। और आखिर शराब के बारे में उन्होंने एक मुद्दा उठाया कि शराब की दुकान, उसमें शराब की बात क्यों आ गई? पैसा, धन और दौलत। इसमें बह गया है। इस शराब के कारण तो बदनाम हो गया है। इसके कारण लोगों को भी एक मौका मिला कि ये चारित्र के बारे में बोलता है और दूसरे बारे में शराब की बात बता। मैं पहले से बता रहा हूँ, आचार को शुद्ध रखो, विचार को शुद्ध रखो। वो उनके दिमाग में नहीं रहा और इसके कारण आज वो इलेक्शन में हार गया, कम वोटिंग हुई है।
Well, we are at the heart of BJP office right now, here in the heart of the national capital, and it is decision day for Delhi, as people have decided their fate out, going out to vote on February 5th. You can see the kind of celebrations which we were bringing to you before as well, and now it seems to have come right at the doorstep of the BJP office. Yes, we say doorstep because we are standing right outside the gate here of the BJP office in Delhi. Let me take you inside at this given point. The celebrations have reached the doorstep. They will in fact be coming in slowly with the mandate getting more decisive with each passing hour. But at this given point, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the celebrations here have already begun with quite a lot of enthusiasm, with the spirits soaring high. We've spoken to several of the leaders of the BJP party, the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they have to say that it is a decisive mandate for the national capital. The BJP will be making a comeback to the national capital after 27 long years. Here, right around me, as you can see, we are inside the BJP office right now in New Delhi at this given point. Here are big cutouts and posters of at the back as well with the Delhi BJP president, that is Virendra Sachdeva. In fact, if we were to bring you the latest, Virendra Sachdeva and along with some other BJP leaders are currently inside a control room, which our colleague has brought you visuals of at this given point. But this is the kind of arrangement that's been done in the BJP office for this big day, as it seems at this given point that the BJP is making a comeback. Now, Chief Ministerial phase, all leaders have to say that the High Command will be deciding that. It's too early to come up with a decision or at least declare what they have decided among themselves. But they are very hopeful, not just hopeful at this given point. They're very sure of not just a decisive mandate, but a big mandate by which, a big margin by which the BJP will be securing a sweeping victory in the national capital at this given point. As they have to say, they are inching towards, or rather the people of Delhi now want to inch towards the path of Vikas.
So can we call out the election, Brijesh?
I think Karthike, we'll have to wait for some more time, but I think the lead is solidifying, and it'll be very interesting to see how it pans out in the next half an hour. 45-25 is 46-24 rather is there, and I think now what it looks like is that the biggest challenge for the Aam Aadmi Party would be to make sure that its convener, its supremo Arvind Kejriwal wins, and they don't have the double ignominy. I would say that losing Delhi and also Arvind Kejriwal losing his own seat,
but
that'll be a double whammy.
The election commission site shows Arvind Kejriwal trailing by nearly 1,170 votes.
Yeah, I mean,
that will be huge loss
trail
of face.
That will be. That's what I'm saying. That they kind of lost the Delhi election, but losing Arvind Kejriwal losing his New Delhi seat will be a double whammy. And then once the Supremo gets defeated, then all kind of palace intrigue sets in, and then then Aam Aadmi Party will be one party which is up for grabs for other parties as well. Because if Arvind Kejriwal loses Delhi, then he loses the unquestionable hold he had over Aam Aadmi Party, especially Delhi unit, and also Punjab.
Okay, we are joined by Asma Tasleem, spokesperson Congress Party, Aniruddha Pratap Singh, spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party. Aniruddha, पहले तो आपसे लगता है जीत ही गए हैं आप, और बड़े नंबर से जीत रहे हैं आप दिल्ली।
जी अभी आधे एक घंटे में सीट का कंसोलिडेशन शुरू हो जाएगा। ये जो जीत है ये दिल्ली के लोगों की जीत है और मोदी जी की गारंटी की जीत है, क्योंकि जो हमने सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट में, जो अन्य स्टेट गवर्नमेंट में हम मोदी जी ने जो प्रोमिसेस किए थे वो सारे प्रोमिसेस पूरे हुए, टाइम से पूरे हुए, स्पीड, स्केल, ट्रांसपेरेंसी के साथ में करप्शन फ्री पूरे हुए। आम आदमी पार्टी केजरीवाल जी की जो हार है, ये हार उनकी जो 11 साल का फर्जी वादे किए हुए थे, जो कमिटमेंट नहीं किया था, जो इन्होंने स्कैम किए थे, जो इन्होंने फ्री विच के नाम पे लोगों के साथ छला था, धोखा किया था, एक चिट फंड कंपनी की तरीके से आए थे और एक चिट फंड कंपनी के तरीके से समेटते हुए खुद को जा रहे हैं। जैसे एजुकेशन में इन्होंने सिंगल स्कूल नहीं बनाया, 30,000 बच्चों का पर ईयर ड्रॉप आउट है, जहाँ पे 97% रिजल्ट हुआ करता था वहाँ 64% रिजल्ट है। जहाँ पे ये मोहल्ला क्लिनिक में आए, आप ही के मीडिया के माध्यम से हम लोगों को पता चला कि इनके बड़े जितने भी लीडर हैं वो सारे बड़े कॉर्पोरेट हॉस्पिटल में जाते थे और लोगों को मोहल्ला क्लिनिक के नाम पे बेवकूफ़ बनाते थे। इवन 65 लाख फर्जी टेस्ट कराए, साथ में वहाँ पे 7 सालों से डॉक्टरों को सैलरी नहीं दे रहे हैं, न नर्सिंग स्टाफ को 2 साल से बिल्कुल सैलरी नहीं दे रहे, 7 साल से सैलरी बढ़ी नहीं। यमुना का जबरदस्त आंकड़ा मैं देता हूँ कि 83 करोड़ लीटर पानी गंदा यमुना के अंदर डेली गिरता। सिंगल सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट इन्होंने नहीं बनाए, 23 नालों का गंदा पानी यमुना में गिरता है। 2% केवल यमुना नदी दिल्ली के अंदर है और 80% पोल्यूशन पूरा टोटल यमुना का दिल्ली से कंट्रीब्यूशन है। तो ये है अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के खोखले वादे। कह के तो आए थे कि हम शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य और गुड गवर्नेंस में लेके जाएंगे, पता चला कि एजुकेशन के नाम पे लिखकर स्कैम दे दिया। जहां इन्होंने फ्री एजुकेशन देना चाहिए वहां इन्होंने फ्री लिख कर दिया। 22 किलोमीटर के रेडियस में 1.5 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन, 1.5 करोड़ वोटर हैं और साथ में हाई लिटरेट यहाँ पे वोटर हैं और अर्बन स्टेट है। तो लोगों को समझ में आया कि इनको कुछ करने को तो है नहीं, केवल फूफा जी के बन के बैठ के इनको इधर उधर टाइम पास करना। लेकिन मोदी जी की जहाँ गारंटी लोगों को दिखी, एक कमिटमेंट दिखा, डिलीवरेबल कमिटमेंट दिखा, स्पीड दिखा, स्केल दिखा लोगों को कि अगर आप जो भी हमारे हिस्से में रहा वो हम लोगों ने काम किया। तो जाहिर पर लोगों ने उसी पे मुहर लगाया है।
Also, John Aspa Taslim, very poor performance, madam. I'm really falling short of words what to say. It's again 0 third time in a row.
First of all, thank you for having me here and congratulations BJP heading towards the victory. What I wanted to say here is from the last time our performance has increased to 6.63%. So, well, it gives a hope that we will bounce back on the next time. We need to put more efforts. So this time maybe we were not able to convince the people as much required to prove ourselves as the viable option. So we'll remain in the grounds and we'll work more and do the micromanagement work, whatever is required to get into our position and standing like we used to have in Sheila Ji's Delhi before.
Reflection of you being a part-time opposition. If you would have opposed Aam Aadmi Party tooth and nail in last 10 years instead of having an alliance with them, perhaps, people would have thought that you are the alternative. But if you are the part-time opposition, then people don't come to you. They have gone for the real opposition. That was BJP to Kejriwal.
The confusion happened due to the alliance which happened in the Lok Sabha, which I would say the party has already clarified our stand that was a mistake done by us. So the alliance made such confusion amongst the people. So this is what we wanted to make clear, that next time we'll not do any such alliance with the party that people would get confused and carried away with such things. So they did not find us as promising as the other party.
What's shocking here is Mustafabad. Would you give us a understanding as to how the Congress has not even been an alternative there for the AAP? In Mustafabad, where we hear it's a Muslim-dominated area, the BJP is leading by 42,000 votes. Even if the Muslims thought a Congress is a fitting alternative, I mean, that hasn't happened. I'm asking you, why has the Congress not capitalized on that part? At least if not for AAP, their alternative should be ideally the Congress. You all should have aimed at that. But there too, we're seeing significant jump in favor of the BJP.
Yes, true. And now one factor there I would say is the entry of MIM there has made this dispersion of a community into where they are banking upon. So that was one thing which has helped BJP to gain more heading towards the victory. I can see that to an extent the polarization factor was prevailed in Mustafabad. That has actually made sure that BJP is won in that one particular constituency. And coming back to our performance, yes, we should have worked more there.
Across to Kabir Naqvi, my colleague, who is in newsroom with lot of data which he needs to crunch for us. Kabir.
Well, that's absolutely right, Karthike. Just to tell you the quick numbers as to where the Election Commission data stands at this point in time. We're looking at 46 leads for the BJP, 24 for the Aam Aadmi Party, and the map, it is solidifying with that same saffron color like we're seeing, apart from a little bit in New Delhi, a little bit in Chandni Chowk and a little bit in South Delhi. I think it's all gone towards the BJP. At least that's what the trends are telling us. I'll quickly break down the vote share for you as well. Aam Aadmi Party at 43.01% vote share. This was 54 back in the year 2020. And the BJP at 47.15. The last time I spoke to the studio, the BJP was sitting at somewhere about 46.1% vote share. That has gone up. It has increased. Let me quickly take you through all the major and the latest seats, the neck and neck fights. Firstly, Arvind Kejriwal is now trailing 1170 votes. This is the 9th round of counting out of a possible 13 rounds. Just 4 rounds left. Arvind Kejriwal trailing by 1170 votes. When we're coming to Kalkaji, 7 rounds of vote counting has taken place out of 12. Ateshi, the Delhi Chief Minister, currently trailing by a margin of 2,882 votes. Very quickly taking a look at Jangpura as well, where again, things have taken a swift turnabout. Manish Sisodia is now trailing again. We've got Tarvinder Singh Marwa, the BJP candidate, now leading by a margin of 240 votes. Let's also talk about Greater Kailash, because take a look at this. Shikha Roy, the BJP candidate, has got 30,000 votes to her name. But the margin has again come down. We were talking about how Saurabh Bhardwaj is trailing by a margin of almost 5,000 votes. That has come down to just 1,000 votes. But then again, 8 rounds of vote counting that has been completed out of a possible 14. I also have with me numbers coming from Okhla, where it seems like Amanatullah Khan, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate, is solidifying his sort of victory in that particular constituency. We're looking at a margin of 10,000 votes that Amanatullah is leading by. A little bit of a number crunch here, Karthike, because not talking about 5,000 seats, but when you're looking at a margin of 2,000 to 3,000 votes, several seats that we need to take a look at. The Aam Aadmi Party, particularly leading on Timarpur, Model Town, you've got Sadar Bazaar, Delhi Cant and Sangam Vihar. Rajendra Nagar, where Durgesh Pathak is the Aam Aadmi Party's candidate. Aam Aadmi Party was in the lead, but then things again took a quick turnabout. Now the BJP candidate is leading in Rajendra Nagar, but then again, that's also a mere 500 votes or so. For the BJP, what things, there's constituencies that they could actually and potentially convert are, of course, Uttam Nagar, Dwarka. We're looking at Palam, New Delhi, like I mentioned, Parvesh Verma, he's up there. Malviya Nagar is another seat that needs to be looked at very crucially. You've got top Aam Aadmi Party leaders over there as well. Kalkaji, like I mentioned, Atishi, the current Chief Minister. Simapuri, Gokalpur, Badli and Jangpura. Manish Sisodia is, now trailing at this point in time. Now, just to give you a little bit of a demography breakup as well, the 12 reserved seats for the SCs, Aam Aadmi Party leading on 7, BJP leading on 5, and the Aam Aadmi Party has a 58% win rate when it comes to this. You've got 11 seats that has a population
just hold,
more than 25%.
Kabir, just hold yourself.
Yep.
SC seats, there is a fight. Why?
Well, apparently, you see, the economic reasons are certainly there. The freebies were certainly helping.
Manish Sisodia has lost. That's the big news coming in. Let's break that for our viewers here. We hear Manish Sisodia, the excise minister at one point, man who was seen as the right-hand man.
Fighting from Jangpura, he changed his seat.
Yeah. For Arvind Kejriwal, he has officially lost. So this really, I think, is of the first statement to what we see of the Aam Aadmi Party. Huge loss of face. Manish Sisodia, who was in Tihar, he served nearly a year and a half in prison, not convicted, but still fighting on bail currently in the liquor policy case. Manish Sisodia officially has lost from Jangpura. Your take on that, Brijesh?
Well, I think it's a big setback, and I think this also reinforces the point which we were talking about in the morning. The fact is that the BJP started at and perhaps worked maximum on destroying the image of the Aam Aadmi Party, because without which all the freebies or all the governance issues and all, they had taken a backseat, because Arvind Kejriwal had positioned himself after getting out of this India against corruption bandwagon and forming a political party. Had positioned himself as as a guy with no stains of corruption, as a guy who has also positioned himself as a David versus Goliath, him being the underdog and both the Congress and the BJP and the top industrialists going after him, gunning for him. So I think the Liquorgate scam was perhaps one big nail in the coffin, and despite them saying that enforcement directorate and everybody is being vindictive towards opposition leaders, I think the BJP was able to send a message that corruption has taken place, and it is not for political reasons that Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal have been, and Satyen Jain and Sanjay Singh have been put behind bars. And his loss, he was used to contest from Patparganj. They thought of shifting him to Jangpura. I think it's a huge setback, and if Arvind Kejriwal is also not able to win the seat, I think this is going to be a double whammy for
the man who formulated the Delhi liquor policy has lost.
Not just that, it's a setback for the education policy which the the AAP had tom-tommed all over 16% allocation in budget, and the going to Europe and comparing it with the European model. So I think it and the BJP has been consistently saying, and even the Congress has been saying, that this is all propaganda, nothing actually is happening on the ground, and somewhere I think that it has certainly
but I beg to differ on that, because they started off on a great footing. Aam Aadmi Party, the schools, the education system, it was a model to reckon with.
But then it started off somehow, the follow
over time they fell out of track, and
then there were these allegations that only selected children were kept, the others were kept out, only the brilliant ones were. And all these narratives actually.
Okay, let's take this question to Anirudh Pratap Singh. Anirudh ji है हमारे पास, साथ हैं बीबी, बीजेपी स्पोक्सपर्सन.
जी.
अनिरुद्ध जी, मनीष सिसोदिया चुनाव हार गए, इस पे क्या बोलेंगे?
इस चुनाव में राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व की ओर से मीडिया के काम में हमारे साथ,
मैं बिल्कुल एक छोटा सा ही कमेंट करना चाहूंगा, उसके बाद जाना चाहूंगा, जो कि आम आदमी पार्टी, केजरीवाल, मनीष सिसोदिया जी पूरी टीम के लिए, उनके लिए है कि शराब के नशे में दिल्ली के मालिक अपने शीश महल के साथ यमुना में डूब गए हैं. यमुना की इन्होंने कीचड़ इतना किया कि वहां कमल खिला, और कमल जो होता है उसमें लक्ष्मी जी आती हैं, गॉडेस ऑफ प्रॉस्पेरिटी, जो दिल्ली वालों के लिए आ रही हैं, और आपदा मुक्त दिल्ली आज हो गई है.
Anuj ji, for joining us.
What a big statement for Manish Sisodia to lose. This is the first big leader who's lost with multiple portfolios, including education, finance, revenue, PW.
More than multiple, portfolios. He was the designated number 2.
Yes.
Whether he was in prison, whether he was out of prison.
When everyone fell out of Kejriwal's favor.
He is the one who was the real number 2 of our.
When everyone fell out of Kejriwal's favor,
absolutely. He was in the original camp, the original team.
He was the original team.
Number 2.
Or survivor of the original team.
Yes,
survivor of the original
ministers
team.
Can win and lose, and the government can be an indictment. But a guy who is like a shadow to Arvind Kejriwal losing an election is, I think, one of the most telling comment on this.
I mean, he is what Amit Shah is to Mr. Modi.
Yeah, exactly. A shadow.
Yeah. I personally think that Brijesh made a statement that the BJP destroyed the Aam Aadmi Party. I don't think the BJP destroyed the Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party destroyed themselves. All BJP did was take the opportunity of the destruction of Aam Aadmi Party by themselves, the arrogance that Aam Aadmi Party displayed, the theatrical politics that Aam Aadmi Party was playing, and BJP capitalized on that. That is as simple as it is. They decided to go after Aam Aadmi Party in a manner where they used strategy towards winning the voters that Aam Aadmi Party had worked towards earlier, and that's how they managed to get them back again. Like I said in the morning also, I was very precise on what the results would be, and that's exactly what the results are turning out. Because when you ask people on the ground and you spoke to the actual voters, not the ones sitting, who will talk on social media but not necessarily come out to vote, because the voters really, if you go to see, was only 58%. There should have been more people that came out to vote. But even with that 58%, you wouldn't realize that the people who have shifted are actually Aam Aadmi voters also who have shifted to the BJP, because they are fed up of theatrical politics.
Yeah. that the reason? Is that the reason, Vijesh?
They are, and I think, as it always happens, like, if on the hindsight now, if we analyze the 2024 general election, I think, the constitution comment of saying that that we will win more than 400 seats turn out to be the Congress movement for the BJP and especially Modi government. But after that, I mean, that was
साक्षी से बोलिए लोगों से बात करें, सिंगल ज्ञान पे ना आए.
To hit out at Arvind Kejriwal, which was the strongest link of the BJP, the corruption facade. The Liquorgate, I think, was the first big blow to Arvind Kejriwal. Post that, then there is a series of development which kept on taking place, and it made it very clear that situation is not as honky-dory as Arvind Kejriwal or Aam Aadmi Party would like to project.
Okay, let's go across to Sakshi, our correspondent, BJP headquarters. Sakshi, I don't need to say that how's the mood, but definitely jubilant is the word.
Josh?
I think jubilant is the word.
Sakshi, if you can hear us. All right,
I think
seems
there's
to be a problem with the
a bit of a
connection there.
delay.
But if we have Shreya, do we have Shreya on the line?
No, I think there's a bit of a delay. I think there's a bit of a delay there. If we have to count 7 mistakes of Arvind Kejriwal, Suresh, what will they be? Liquor, meddling with LG, alliance with Congress party,
losing focus of the capital,
not keeping to the promise that they will just focus on the developmental issues of Delhi,
playing victimhood or victim card.
I think 4 or 5 things just completely went awry for them.
I think, like LG and all would not go against Kejriwal, because Arvind Kejriwal politics right from the word go has been combative. It's not like, he has positioned himself like Congress party and all, where you talk about, oh, I do this and then there's no confrontation. He has been confrontational right from the word go, calling out the name of top industrialists, doing press conferences, calling out Sheila Dikshit corrupt. So he has been in an extremely combative mood right from day one, and it has yielded him rich political dividend.
But that's what's led to his downfall also, because the man who spoke with conviction about corruption has become the face of it. That Shishma, like you rightly said, that became so symbolic, and that happened, by the way, towards the end.
Towards the end,
right? Very close to the BJP held its cards so tight. Towards the end, when elections were just around the corner, the BJP brought up Sheesh Mahal, released a video of it. I'm not saying BJP released it, whoever did, but a video came out. And we saw the kind of exuberance, the plush house, the money that was spent on a chief minister's home, while you have the Jaggi Jhopdi people who are still struggling for basic amenities.
And not just that, Nabila. Actually, you see, the Prime Minister also has a very big house. The other ministers, chief ministers in the country have. But he claimed things contrary. You see, he said, I will travel by metro. I won't take any security. I don't need these houses. Yes, I need only 2. I mean, these statements were compared against his actions. You see, that is what he did not live up to the image or perception he himself had created.
The general image that finally got perceived by the people is that Arvind Kejriwal is primarily
let's cut into Sisodia. Let's cut into Sisodia.
If you don't give me that space, then you'll feel offended. Sure. Then don't feel offended if someone says something. Sure.
जंगपुरा विधानसभा का चुनाव हम सब कार्यकर्ताओं ने मिलकर बहुत मेहनत से लड़ा। जंगपुरा विधानसभा के लोगों ने भी बहुत प्यार मोहब्बत सम्मान दिया, लेकिन 600 वोट से लगभग 600 वोट से उसमें हम पीछे रह गए। तो मैं जो कैंडिडेट जीते हैं उनको बधाई देता हूं और उम्मीद करता हूं कि जंगपुरा की समस्याओं को वो हल करेंगे, जंगपुरा के लोगों की जितनी भी चीजें हैं उनको हल करेंगे। बाकी तो अब बाकी देखते हैं।
सर, काफी टफ फाइट रही है, कहां चूक हो गई?
नहीं, अब चूक तो आपको बताएंगे एनालिसिस करके।
मोदी आया
Shreya, who's with us, she's right now at the BJP office. Shreya, we're looking at jubilant scenes there outside the BJP office with flags waving high. We know sweets are being distributed. This is a moment that the BJP was really waiting for. All their strategy has worked.
Absolutely, you know, it is 27 years that they have waited for this very victory. And every single party member, every single leader that we've spoken to till now, they have to say that, you know, this was not just something that that was brought in by their own manifestos, but it was also the Aam Aadmi Party's own doing. That is what they have to say. That 10 years, the people here had given them a chance, and despite that, they failed to deliver. And that seems to have been the key narrative that played out on February 5th when the people went out to vote. As we were telling you earlier as well, people out there had all said that their demand is very simple. Good governance is what they demand. And it seems that they've gone with the BJP this time and sweeping trends at this given point. Earlier we had a lengthy conversation with even Tom Vadakan, who was in fact mentioning about how the women voters, just to take our viewers to the very comment that had been made by Arvind Kejriwal just on the eve of February 5th with regards to the women voters, appealing to them to come out and vote. And in fact, in the past few assembly elections, we had seen how the female voters had made a change, or at least the Ladki Behan Yojana had made a change both in Madhya Pradesh and in Maharashtra. And the BJP has said that, you know, female voters now are very sure of the kind of change that they want and that the BJP can in fact bring about in the national capital, which is why they've decided to go that way. Very stark contrast that we see between the situations at the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters where we were earlier in the morning, and now we are at the BJP office. All party cadres and party leaders. In fact, Virendra Sachdeva has just gone inside the auditorium. I can still hear him in the background as he's addressing the party cadres, congratulating each one of them. And at the same time, he's come out to give a list of what the Aam Aadmi Party had been doing wrong and what has been sort of a situation where they seem to have dug their own grave, is what is being said by all the leaders here.
Really the man of the moment here, because he decided to really ditch this election, not contest this election, and focus on strategy entirely. You know, Virendra Sachdeva, certainly the most popular man. Do you believe he could be the front runner here?
There are three things which are happening.
No.
Okay, you go. Okay,
no, Brijesh is laughing.
No, the reason I'm saying is that, like, yes, he's the Delhi BJP president, and BJP, he proved very lucky for the BJP, because before that, you know, they've tried all kind of permutation and combination. Purvanchali vote Manoj Tiwari, it didn't work for them. It will be very interesting as to who BJP makes the Delhi CM, because, you know, there are several people in contention. It'll be very, very interesting to see who they go for, because, you know, right now there's no name which is doing the round, because, you know, once the election and all will be done, only then
come on, Brijesh, I'm sure you have some inside information.
Nobody knows.
You've tracked the BJP for many years.
Last person to faff about this thing, so I'm being very honest about it. That nobody knows right now. I can bet my career on this, that not even 80% of the BJP leaders themselves know about it, and that is the reason why, you know, when you ask the question on Delhi CM, everyone is maintaining a steadied silence. I think, you know, a lot will be it will be very interesting to see that, going by the Prime Minister's assertion, the BJP's assertion about, you know, to counter Rahul Gandhi's this OBC push and all. It'll be interesting to see whether they go for women or they go for OBC women. That kind of combo can be worked out. But nobody knows who's in the reckoning.
If we look at the selection of, like, for example, Mr. Khattar's successor, the Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Mr. Sharma, Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, and Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh.
Caste combination will play a very crucial role.
Most of them Khati organizational men have been pushed with very strong RSS BJP roots, not ABVP, proper RSS BJP roots. Do we have candidates like this in BJP in Delhi?
I would slightly disagree with you there. You know that because Mr. Bhajan Lal Sharma, who was made the first term MLA, and it's not like, you know, he was something. There's many people who are in the organization. So I'm just saying that it's not like, you know, he was a very organizational powerhouse. And when Mr. Khattar's name was also announced, you know, trust me, I was there. Even the Haryana BJP was stunned. So who is Mr. Khattar? And then everybody started, you know, running helter skelter. I said, like, boss, everything is all right. Who is ML Khattar? So that is, I mean, you know, then everybody started saying that, oh, you know, the BJP gives you surprise, and everybody's taken aback by the kind of surprise which was there. It'll be very interesting to see how BJP elects, because Delhi is unlike, Odisha or say Haryana and others. Delhi is not like your quintessential state.
BJP is one Balli Maran.
So
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting your flow. They have one Balli Maran.
I am figuring in, he still has managed to.
I'm saying they have one Balli Maran. So this is like, I think BJP has made inroads into certain other. And Kejriwal has lost.
Oh my God!
Arvind Kejriwal has lost election. Big breaking news. Kejriwal has lost election. Arvind Kejriwal, I think this is the news.
That's what I'm saying.
This is the news.
This is the news. This is like super double whammy. I think
now we can say that the AAP has lost election.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you can say that.
Now we can say that the Aam Aadmi Party has lost elections. Arvind Kejriwal has lost election. I think the strongest message has been sent by the electorate in Delhi by making Kejriwal lose. I don't think they can use message stronger than that.
Losing is AAP losing. There's no. He is.
It was like Rahul Gandhi losing in 2019 Amethi. That you have lost your resonance.
AAP losing not just in Delhi. This also means AAP losing across the country.
See, what I was trying to tell you,
because it is going to have its impact.
I was just showing Savio, tweets of several Punjab reporters 10 minutes back of what I was saying in the morning. That if Arvind Kejriwal loses Delhi, if AAP loses Delhi, the next theatre of action is going to be Punjab. And in the last half an hour, 45 minutes, all the reporters of bureau chiefs of Punjab, they have started the next action is going to be in Punjab. Punjab is going to be the next place of action. Delhi is done and dusted, I think.
So I think the only action will be between Aam Aadmi Party and Congress, because BJP has no numbers.
No, BJP would love to have Congress.
And BJP would love to have Congress because even Akali Dal has a huge problem. The Panthe vote in Punjab is shifted to Aam Aadmi Party. People don't realize that.
But you never know what is going to change now.
Yes, exactly.
After the Be-Adabi thing and what Badal, the apology that he rendered and the punishment that he took recently, so there could be a change,
For all you know, Parvesh Sahib Singh could be the next CM because he managed to trump Arvind Kejriwal.
In fact,
he could certainly be a front runner.
If you remember, that his name was the first one which came into controversy, the 2000 rupee note.
Yeah.
And after that, he has been, and if he has defeated Arvind Kejriwal, I think if you ask me, I agree with you, he could be one of the front.
We didn't see that sort of an elevation for Smriti Irani when she defeated Rahul Gandhi in Amethi.
Well, it's a different
but she's been given all the plum. She was given a cabinet.
She was a cabinet minister. She was an HRD minister.
But that you have to understand.
That's a Lok Sabha election.
Exactly, because she got a cabinet.
But she was already a cabinet
minister. It's a different game. It's a completely different game. It's a completely different thing. The reason I'm saying is that Modi was Kejriwal at that point of time. 95% of people who were winning.
All right,
Virendra
Sachdeva of the BJP has spoken to India Today's Nivritri. Let's quickly cut across.
News 9's Nivritri, Nabila, News 9's Nivritri. Please, let's play out the tic-tac.
मैंडेट को लेकर के उम्मीद थी हमें अपने काम पर भरोसा था, हमें हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी पर भरोसा था। मेरा फ्रेम में जान रहे थे कि उनका नेतृत्व जी लाइव मिलेंगे, काफी दिल्ली को विकास दे सकता है, उनके नेतृत्व की लाइव मिलेगा, काफी जीत का श्रेय किसे देंगे? एक ही सचदेवा जी, एक है श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी।
We have
हो गया, हम सब कार्यकर्ता है।